Kick us off on this topic.
Sure. I think leadership resistance is a huge one, and even if you've got the chief HR officer supporting it, I think you're always going to find key leaders that don't get it. I don't think we ever pushed them. In different countries, we found what was really relevant to them. So in Moscow, they said, agile working is great, but it doesn't work for us, because for them it meant working from home, and that wasn't possible. And we tried to explain to them that it could be something very different. It was about using their office space differently when they redesigned it, using a summer terrace to make the most of the fact that it was a great place to work, because when the summer months are on in Moscow, you make the most of them. For procurement, the guy, the head of procurement, used to call it the Speak from Home program. And he's my great example. And he became one of the biggest champions of it, but it took a travel ban to come in, and they were the biggest travellers of the bunch. So I didn't push it with them until there was an opportunity, but I constantly tried to find out what it was they didn't like. So Marissa Mayer probably doesn't have an actual issue with people being at home. Her issue is probably that she thinks that people aren't performing. So Yahoo has probably a performance issue, given that you don't talk about Yahooing something, you talk about Googling something. So I would say find out what the actual issue is. I think measurement plays a huge role in that. So getting questions in our global people survey, that's what our leaders were measured on at Unilever. That was a huge thing for them to get their bonuses. So they would actually run for those results. So by getting 2 questions into that, holding them accountable was a huge thing. So I'd say measurement, really understanding what it is that they're frightened of, and taking the opportunities when they come up when business cases present themselves.
Larry, you must have seen lots of resistance to this over the years.
I have, but it's some interesting ways that it's used as a tool as well. Over the years, I've often been headhunted. I've been lucky enough people approach me, sometimes with more money and things like that. I'm thinking, do I want that? No. I like my work-life balance. It may be more money, however, I'm happier with my lifestyle that I have. So there's that side of things. And the thing today now, customers expect us to meet their commitments, but they don't care how we do it or where we do it, as long as we meet the commitments that they're setting. And we really need to be more flexible, get the energy and the talent for the individuals, but be flexible to allow them to produce it when they're at their best. I work my best in the morning. That's really when I work. I'm more productive and I think better. The afternoons, I go through this bad period. So let this bad period be my period. That's where I'm going to go running. I'm going to go down to Asda or whatever it is I'm going to do. But then I start doing my hard work again into the evening. That flexibility means there's more energy coming from me during my day at work. I mentioned before, like, presence doesn't equal performance, but it's homeworking. It mustn't be compulsory. It's got to be an option, because some people it will not work. But some people it's not homeworking. Like in IBM offices, they have things called touchdown zones. And you go to the office, you don't have a desk, there's a touchdown zone. You go to that touchdown zone, you plug in your laptop, your phone's there, you're away, you work there, there are people around you. It's very strange. It's like being in a library. There's like 30, 40, 100 people, and they're all doing their little thing in their touchdown zones, and off they go. So it's this flexibility. It's not just the homework. And I think it's all about trust and allowing people to do their best at the right times. And it certainly works for me.